For many years, the pair stood among the most recognizable couples in America. That's why the news of Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' divorce stunned millions of fans. It was a shock to viewers who had watched Kelly brighten live television every morning and followed Mark's steady rise in the acting world. While the divorce itself was unexpected, that wasn't the most startling part of the story. What truly caught everyone's attention was the very first thing Mark did after the split. In response to this deeply personal and surprising decision, supporters immediately asked, what does this mean for Mark, for Kelly, and for the family they built together? Stay with me until the very end, because this story is about far more than Hollywood highs and lows. It's a story of resilience, reinvention, and unexpected choices made when everything familiar suddenly falls apart. Let's begin with the moment that broke hearts everywhere, the divorce announcement. For decades, Kelly and Mark had been seen as the definition of a Hollywood power couple. Unlike so many others who crumbled under the pressure of fame, they appeared unshakable. So when the news broke, fans didn't treat it as just another celebrity headline. For many, it felt like the collapse of a belief in lasting love. Those who had followed their journey since the 1990s found it especially hard to accept. How could this have happened, given everything they had shared publicly? Once the initial shock faded, attention quickly shifted to Mark. What would he do next? Would he quietly retreat from the spotlight, or would he completely reinvent his life? That's where the real surprise begins. Mark could have chosen privacy and silence, but instead he did something that astonished people around the world. Rather than fearing change, he embraced vulnerability and leaned into it. His first move wasn't a lavish purchase, a flashy role, or a scandal-fueled comeback. Instead, he began by taking an honest look inward. When Mark finally spoke out, his words resonated deeply. He framed setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than failures. He described the divorce not as the end of a fairy tale, but as one chapter in a much larger, ongoing story. There was no dramatic Hollywood flair, just sincerity. He spoke about gratitude for the time he shared with Kelly, gratitude for the family they raised together, gratitude for the lessons learned, even through loss. For millions who have faced similar hardships, divorce, serious illness, or personal tragedy, his words struck a powerful chord. He emphasized that sometimes the bravest thing you can do after heartbreak is to stand up, speak honestly, and refuse to let bitterness take root. But it wasn't just his words that surprised the world, it was his actions. Instead of rushing back into the spotlight or drowning himself in distractions, Mark placed his family first. He focused on his children, spending meaningful time with them away from public view. It was a grounding reminder to his loyal supporters that above all else, he remained a devoted father. For many, especially those who understand how priorities shift with age, this decision brought reassurance and hope. Even as a marriage ended, his role as a loving parent did not. Just when it seemed his path was clear, Mark took yet another unexpected turn. Here comes the twist. While family remained his anchor, he was also open to new beginnings. In the weeks following the divorce, rumors surfaced that Mark was exploring fresh ventures, far removed from the work audiences knew him for. There was no attempt to mirror Kelly or cling to the past. Instead, he created space to rediscover who he was as an individual. That bold step, choosing the unknown, became a lesson for fans everywhere. Even after loss, even when it feels like everything has been stripped away, life still offers room for courage and reinvention. Social media quickly filled with messages of support. People shared their own stories of rebuilding after divorce, loss, and life-altering change. Mark's first move became something much bigger than himself. It became a symbol for countless others walking their own difficult paths. As the story unfolded, one question lingered. Following his split from longtime partner and television icon Kelly Ripa, Hollywood heartthrob Mark Consuelos shocked the world with his next move. Given their long marriage, successful careers, and seemingly picture-perfect family, the news sent ripples through fans, media, and industry insiders alike. For years, Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa were among television's most beloved couples. From co-parenting and supporting one another's careers to their iconic chemistry on All My Children, they appeared unstoppable. Their marriage was often praised as a rare example of love and longevity in Hollywood's demanding spotlight. Yet, behind the scenes, rumors of tension had been quietly circulating. Sources suggested differences in lifestyle goals, personal growth, and career paths may have caused strain. When the divorce was confirmed, many fans viewed it as the end of a dream. Then came Mark's astonishing first move. Shortly after the announcement, reports emerged that he had launched a new television production project centered on emotionally rich storytelling drawn from real-life experiences. According to industry insiders, the move marked a dramatic shift in his career direction. While many would expect retreat after such a personal upheaval, Mark's decisive action caught everyone off guard. His commitment to creative expression signaled resilience and a bold step toward independence. Fans flooded social media with reactions. "He's turning pain into purpose. I never expected such a daring move so soon." His refusal to let personal loss define him only deepened public admiration. Beyond the headlines, this remains a deeply human story. Divorce after decades of marriage is never easy, especially under public scrutiny. The emotional weight, family changes, and relentless attention can be overwhelming. Mark's decision to channel that pain into meaningful professional growth reflects remarkable strength, preparation, and resolve. In doing so, he's inspired many by showing how adversity can be transformed into action. The media's non-stop coverage has kept both the divorce and Mark's next steps in the spotlight. Entertainment outlets continue to speculate. Will his new work reflect his personal journey? How will Kelly respond? What lies ahead for her career? Despite the noise, Mark has remained composed, emphasizing his desire to tell stories that resonate on a universal level. While divorce is often seen as an ending, Mark Consuelos's first move proves it can also be a beginning. His supporters are watching closely, eager to see where his creativity leads next. This story reminds us that even amid heartbreak and scrutiny, resilience and vision can turn loss into opportunity. Rather than scandal, Mark's post-divorce choices have shocked the world with their courage, empowerment, and surprise. As Mark Consuelos steps into this new chapter, one thing is clear: his fearlessness, creativity, and determination to rise above personal challenges will continue to inspire audiences everywhere.